In today's video, I'm going to clean the wheels on my Corvette using Meguiar's all-wheel cleaner. And let's take a look at these wheels. You can see these wheels are pretty dirty. I don't believe that they are pitted, but over here I used a Mr. Clean pad and it really worked pretty good, but it took a lot of elbow grease. So I'm going to see if the Meguiar's can do a faster and or a better job. Let's find out. Now, surprisingly, it doesn't say to wet the wheels first. So what I'm going to do is just knock off some of the dust and dirt with dry brushing. And then I'm going to put this on. It says let it sit 2 to 4 minutes, so we'll see. I'm just going to dry brush in order to get any dirt off here that is just resting on the surface. It doesn't look like there's a lot. So most of this is probably pretty embedded. So I hope this works. Now I can see some of that coming off. It says let it sit 2 to 4 minutes. It said if it's really tough dirt, you can agitate. I think this is tough dirt. You can see it changing color. It does say it's a color changing formula. It's turning a little purple here. So we'll see how it goes. It's cleaner, but not exactly what I would consider clean. So I'm going to get that Mr. Clean sponge and see what it does. Then I'm also going to dry this whole thing off and apply a second coat of Meguiar's and agitate with a brush and see if that helps. So here's a Mr. Clean sponge, and this is supposed to be wet. I figure there's enough moisture on the wheel, but you can see that's taking a lot of this off. So, I don't know, maybe I'm just going to have to use that kind of elbow grease. That does do it. That does get it really nice and clean. And maybe I'll just have to go through the entire wheel in that way. But before I do, I'm going to dry this all off, give it a second shot of Meguiar's and scrub it with a brush and see if that does anything. Okay. Let's scrub again before we rinse it off. I do not think this is going to do as well as the Mr. Clean did, but I'm staying in this spot so you can have a point of comparison. I notice it didn't turn as purple this time, and I wonder if that's because of the Meguiar's doing its job. I don't know. Well, it's better, but I'm still seeing residue here. So I'm going to try the Mr. Clean, and that cleans it up. This actually does a much nicer job. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but this really makes it nice and shiny. Now, was there a little bit of pitting starting to happen? I don't know. I don't see anything, but maybe this will just be a two-step process. And I'm going to have to use the Meguiar's and then just use a little bit of Armstrong and get this done with my own power of my muscles. Because that looks really good now. Now that wheel, with the help of Mr. Clean, it's really looking good. Well, these wheels look pretty good. They don't look like new, but they look pretty good. Now, this car had been garaged for a number of years, and I don't think that those wheels were tended to like they should have been. So there's a possibility there is a start of pitting, but so far as I can find, that Mr. Clean sponge is the best thing to get those really sparkling clean. But maybe you have a better idea. Leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell icon. That way you'll know when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'm Mark, and this is the Average Me Channel.